We get so many questions about, Cody, what do all these terms mean? It's crazy because Dylan behind the video just said, dude, when I first started, I didn't even know what a lead was, right? Jonah just came off and said, I didn't know what a CRM integration was. And so this is basics, Insurance Leads 101. We're going to talk through the options, the different types, the terms, the specific verbiage and language that I've been saying for 12 plus years that it's just natural to me that you may not be aware of. Also some things that you need to be aware of, and I want to clue you in on different things. Also, there's a bunch of different marketing language I'm not going to dive into. I'm just going to go over the basics, okay? It says Insurance Leads 101. If at any point you want a source that literally covers all of this, you can go to CABOOMLeads.com. That is C-A-BOOM, which is my favorite word in the English language. I don't know if it's boom in other languages or not. However, you can check out our leads there, okay? First is exclusive versus shared. Exclusive lead means that it literally goes to one person and it's simply exclusive. So a consumer fills out a form online and then you as the agent are the only one that gets the lead. Now, are there vendors out there that say stuff is exclusive and then it's not? Could a prospect fill out a lead and then go fill out another one from a different source or a different advertisement the same day or next day? That also happens, right? And so a vendor is also, when they say they're going to do something, they should just do it. But we created CABOOM Leads because vendors and marketing companies were saying they were going to do stuff and they weren't, and it was driving me mad, driving me crazy. I'm like, we got to help people with this. So exclusive. Shared is where it goes to one lead, goes to several different people. This will be null and void and will not be allowed in the future with the whole FCC policy. FCC is a federal organization. I think it's like Federal Communications, something like that, right? I don't know. Committee, maybe? I don't know. You guys tell me in comments below. Okay, I should remember that, but I don't. That's all right. The good news is you can make a lot of money and you can sell a ton of insurance without understanding every detail. Okay, and the good news is that the FCC is going to eventually make it to where you can only like one lead goes to one agent and they contact one consumer, which is going to be really good for our industry because what happens is leads are shared amongst 2 people, 4 people, 7 people, 14 people, right? Or they're resold forever, okay? And so like I've had leads sources where I called the person like, bro, you're the 9th person to call me today. I'm like, mother of pearl. So I'm not a huge fan of shared leads personally. Okay, I'm not. But that's what a shared lead is. It's shared amongst several people. It's like a community of people that are also contacting the lead all at the same time, which is wild. I'm sure you want your phone blowing up 14 times immediately when you fill out a form. Probably not, right? Next is real time. This is where a lead goes from, when someone fills it out, it goes straight to you instantly as soon as they fill out the form. This is something like our CABOOM Leads are exclusive, and our CABOOM Leads come to an agent in real time versus coming like later or delayed or whatever. This is very important. These are things to ask as well and to know about. New leads, these are new, brand new to our system leads at kaboomleads.com, which means they have just became a lead for the first time, going to the agent, one agent in real time. Okay, but there are sources where they will sell you age leads, which is data of consumers who have filled out forms in the past, whether it was a month ago, 90 days ago, a year ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago. Like it can go pretty far back. If you're on a super low budget, you have no money, sometimes aged can be a decent option, but I don't think they'll be able to allowed to sell age leads as of probably around January of 2025. And so I would just stay away from it. The good news is if you find a good, consistent premium lead source, which I'll talk through that verbiage too, it can allow you to get consistent with actually making money and getting it ROI, which we'll explain that as well. Okay, next is premium. This is where, like all of our leads are premium leads. We do not do low quality leads. There's high quality leads, low quality leads, or you could say high intent versus low intent. This is where, like as an example, a low intent lead to me would be a lead that has maybe 4, 5, 6, 7, as an example, pieces of data. So a piece of data would be like name, email. Like I know one source, they literally charge the same amount of money, but they only give name, email, phone, and state. 4 pieces of information. Dude, I can get that out of the flipping phone book. I can get that walking down the street. Just ask people, right? Like literally, Dylan would give a stranger his email. Like, I don't care. It's my email. You know what I mean? Maybe give the wrong email or a backup email or whatever, but like you would just do that. Well, that's a lower intent lead to me. I used to only get like 7 fields years ago. Now with our CABOOM leads, we get 13 to 14 pieces of information depending on the type of lead. That's a much higher intent lead when they are filling out more of a survey or they are providing a lot of information, right? Our IULs are like, hey, how much, what are you investing in now retirement-wise? What's your biggest concern? How much can you comfortably spend each month? What's your favorite hobby? And what's your main preferred contact number? Then we go get 9 additional pieces of information, like name, email, phone, street address, city, state, zip, date of birth. Like, it's a lot of data per se. Okay, I guess actually it's first name and last name, so there's the 9th. But that's a more high intent lead. That's why we have focused on just premium leads at kaboomleads.com. These are hopefully you're learning things. This is important things to ask. Most people are not aware of. Also, CRM integration. As long as someone uses a GHL-based CRM, we will do CRM integration. If you don't have a CRM and you're like, I would love to check one out, you can go to codycrm.com and you can get a 14-day free trial just to check it out. Okay. CRM integration, it means that your leads are integrated into a CRM so that your CRM can store the information, text the leads, etc. It's not required. You can still make money without it, but I would eventually get to where I did integrate my leads into a CRM, but most people sometimes don't know what that means, right? Next is CPL. This is cost per lead, okay? Cost per lead. And as an example, like I had a question on we have a live chat on our kaboomleads.com website, and we got a question yesterday actually that said, I think it was like 4:51 p.m. yesterday, that said the $23 per lead, is that for a monthly subscription? Is that for a bunch of leads? Is that for a single lead? That is per lead. Yes. So say someone charges $20, okay? Because if you have a discount code, you can get CABOOM leads for $20, right? For final expense, Medicare, etc. If it's $20, that means it's the cost per lead. So then if you buy 20 leads, as an example, it's $400. It's a cost per lead. Okay? There's also CPA, which is cost per acquisition. Here's what that means. That means if the lead costs $20 and you close 1 in 5, that means you would take the $20 of what you paid per lead times the amount of leads it took you to make a sale, and now you are acquiring a client for $100. That's what cost per acquisition means, which is very simple, very good. I personally think anything under, I typically want about ideally, this isn't always true, but ideally I would love to get a 3x return on my money on average at minimum. That means if I make $750 from a final expense policy, I would like to get a sale for less than $250. Okay, that's general math. Most people don't tell you that kind of stuff either. However, if you double your money, it's still a win, right? But the only way, if you double your money, the only way for it, the what we call ROI to improve is for you to spend less per lead or close more of them. Okay. However, to figure that out, if you spent $400 and on average out of 20 final expense leads over the phone, I would say that someone's typically closing about 2 to 3, can be more, can be less, but some agents have no clue what they're doing. They're like, give me a script, help me out. You know what I mean? So there's a variance there. If that's true, right, and you average $750 per sell, then you would be getting back $1,500 to $2,250 on, this is general math, on $400. That means you're getting let's just call it in this case, a 4 to 6x ROI, return on investment, is what that means. Okay, return on investment. Okay, then there's B2B versus B2C. B2B is business to business. This is where I'm actually contacting business I'm contacting a business, a place of business to book appointments or to make a sale. B2C is business to consumer. This is what our leads are. This is where you are the business contacting consumers, not like if you did like group health or if you did employee benefits, like that, those type of things, you would be, if you did 401k, like you would be contacting a business. That's B2B, where B2C is more individual products for consumers. Okay. TCPA, this is extremely important. The Telephone Consumer Protection Act, I'm pretty sure. All of our leads are TCPA compliant. We add TCPA language to every form. You're supposed to have TCPA language on any forms or intake forms for leads. We also add your name into the actual TCPA language, which is very important. I was in a, had nothing to do with this, but I was in a TCPA lawsuit. They sued like 30 different companies at once. It was completely bogus. However, this was years ago, and I learned so much about TCPA. Well, now I actually do research on other vendors and marketing companies that are doing ads right now, and most of what I see, I can go show you on my computer several lead vendors and marketing companies that are popular, that a lot of agents currently use, that are not compliant. I was in a lawsuit where I've seen people lose millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and tens of thousands over not being compliant here. Very important. Whether it's bogus or it's real, this is no joke. Okay, again, TCPA compliance. Next is contact rate. Let's just say I have 20 leads. I'll use our IUL leads. So if someone has 50 of our IUL leads, they're going to typically book about 20 to 30 into appointments, right? 20 to 30 into appointments, and then they'll have a decent close from there, but that's the contact rate. So actually, let's just say that they got a hold of 40, and then they booked, I don't know, let's just call it 25, okay? That means the contact rate was 80% because there was 50 leads and you got a hold of 40 of them. Appointment rate, let's just say you booked 25 appointments on 50 leads, you now have a 50% appointment rate. That's pretty normal for IUL leads. Then close rate of the 25, let's just say you close even 5, which isn't great, but let's just say you close 5, that's an overall 10% close rate, which for IULs, if they're big and you sold 5 and you make, I don't know, an average of $3,000 per IUL deal, that's $15,000 of premium from one order, right? So that's how contact rate, appointment rate, and close rate works. Also, there's different lead types. You could also throw live transfers in here. Like there's all different types of leads. I'm going to tell you what I prefer. Direct mail is good if you door knock. If you don't, waste of time. Live transfers, okay, can be good, but I've also had a lot of sources I didn't like. Direct mail is where someone fills out a card and sends it back, like a business reply. You send them a card in the mail, they fill it out and return it. Live transfers is where a call center is talking to somebody like, hey, Dylan, would you like a life insurance quote? Yes. And then they patch me in to talk to Dylan. That's a live transfer. Digital leads is what we focus on through CABOOMLeads.com because we can be compliant, exclusive, brand new, generate a premium lead, do it in real time, put it in your CRM, all the things. Okay? That's where we use you can use Facebook, Instagram, Google, TikTok, et cetera, to generate leads online. We call them digital leads. Next is telemarketing. I'm not personally a fan of telemarketing. This is where someone in India or wherever, Pakistan, et cetera, like cold calls a list of hopefully DNC scrubbed stuff. But a lot of people that are doing telemarketing are not DNC scrubbing because the person in Pakistan they can't get in trouble for calling someone on the do not call list, but because they live in Pakistan. But the agent here can get in trouble because of how the lead originated. Very important. TV leads can be good for like some file expense call centers where they have a commercial, very expensive across the country, certain locations, and then they're getting inbounds from the commercials. Okay, so there's a ton of different lead types, a ton of things to think about. However, I want this to be a general, basic education on how to generate insurance leads. If you ever have any questions, you can let me know. You can check out CABOOMLeads.com. That's CABOOMLeads.com. Our CABOOM leads are exploding because we have premium, fresh, exclusive leads that helps agents get in front of people. And I just received several brand new testimonials literally this weekend. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it and you're like, hey, this is really cool, share it with somebody else that's new or doesn't understand all these terms that needs to understand them. And either way, have an amazing day. See you on the next one. Hey, if you enjoyed this, I got another one you're gonna love. It's right there. Click on it. See you in there.
I'm so excited for today's CA Power Player podcast. I'm your host, Cody Askins. We got a special guest. He is back on the channel talking about how to sell life insurance from home. Here's what I love about this person. Okay, I'm telling you, this will be one of the best.